Alright, I had to reset up Fraps, so I had to pause this game, and they're talking about their splits being messed up, but Fraps does this thing where it actually cuts out for some time. But this is going to be the last game. Flow Gaming had to go to the Pokemon Poké Center computer to pick up another player since one of their players' power went out. They're going to be fielding TD Thaniri versus SDS NV for Convergence Gaming. Um, okay, it looks like they're ready. And we're gonna come back in here to see his split was fine. Looks like I was actually in that mode. I didn't see the other guys split, but that's okay. I'm sure they did fine with their splits. This is Zelnaga Caverns, and it's balanced because it's a TVT. People say this map is bad for Zerg, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's because of the planetary fortress at the gold in Zerg versus Terran, but I'm not sure exactly what the discussion is on that one. I guess I could see that being a little bit overpowered for Terran, especially with these chokes here. Maybe throwing down a planetary fortress over here, closing off spaces, making it hard for Zerg to actually do anything at all. But in TBT, we don't need to worry about Zerg and balance. Over here, PkM is going to be doing a very nice worker pairing here with the trying to get that extra 7% boost for those workers, and of course this is the American Pro League Pokemon style King of the Hill. And currently Convergence is one game away from winning it. All they have to do is beat Thaniri, or TD Thaniri, playing for Flow Gaming. All of the other players on Flow Gaming have already been knocked out, but if Thaniri is able to win this match and the subsequent 3, he will be able to take this game. It looks like a barracks and a gas being created by Thaniri right now. I almost thought that was a double gas for a second, forgetting that the other gas is actually down here. So I was about to say something about that, but cancel that. PkM is going to be walling off, no gas for him, so he's going to be going for a very fast expansion. There's a SCV over here trying to drill away at that supply depot. I'm not going to be able to take that down, especially as it is building. Marine's going to be popping out here, going to help defend this wall. The orbital command is just about finished for both players. First Marine's out for both players as well. Thaniri, the pressure is on him. Flow Gaming is counting on him to win this match and the subsequent 3 to be able to take this match in their favor. Of course, in this in the Pro League, in the American Pro League style Pokemon play, King of the Hill, we do have provisions in our rules to allow for as many games as possible. Therefore, you have to knock every single player off of your opponent's team first before you win. SCV going to be scouting over here for Thaniri. It looks like the Marines will be able to pick it off before it sees anything. Oh, looks like it will be able to sneak in here. The SCV going to be scooting into the front, and it does immediately raise the supply depot. Going to make sure he doesn't see too much. Factory on the way for PkM, as well as his natural expansion. He's now getting a reactor for his factory. Going to be going for those reactored Hellions to see if he can do some damage. We'll probably see a starport. There it is coming up. Oh no, it looks like it's going to be Banshees. Did I not check the other gas? He's already mining the other gas. He's mining it with 4 harvesters. He wants as much gas as he possibly can get. It's going to be Cloaked Banshee. Going to be pumping out as many Marines as possible right now. PkM is going to have the benefit of a second orbital command to be able to scan, but he's going to be a little bit short on Marines. He doesn't have the reactored Marines as Thaniri does have. Thaniri does have 6 Marines out in the field right now. First Sea Shank on the way. Oh, it looks like very interesting here. not quite going for those cloaked banshees. He does have enough gas to actually do it, so it may be a banshee tank marine push, maybe something like a 1-1-1, but against Terran? No, he's getting a medevac right now, so we'll probably see something odd. And the scan going down by PkM, that's huge. It does see the Sea Shank, so he knows it's not going to be Cloaked Banshee coming out for Thaniri right now. He's going to be able to take his natural expansion. He's also got Siege Tech and Siege Tanks on the way. He's matching his opponent in terms of production right now, and is even ahead in the supply count. Of course, some of it is going to be SCVs, 2 mules now landing in the main at a time, as well as the double pumping of SCVs going to be securing the natural expansion as well. Siege Tech is actually ahead for PkM, and the Viking's going to be popping out. He's going to be advancing forward with that medevac and a couple of Marines and that single Siege Shank. But the Siege Shank is going to be able to siege up in just a second for PkM to secure this natural expansion. His Viking is also out, will allow him to shoot down any medevacs that try to drop in the main, or try to heal up those infantry units a little bit too much. His Siege Shank is now finished. Looks like he may be going for a push of his own. Nope. Thaniri is finishing up his Siege Tech. He does have 2 Siege Shanks out in the field. He's also dropping mules in his main, continuing to pump units off of these 3 production structures, rallying them across the field. That medevac will be for high ground spotting. He also has a Viking of his own. There are 2 Vikings here for PkM, so he's going to be able to win the air war very easily. And there's the drop-off of Marines here into the main. Siege Shank's going to be sieging up. Thaniri does get the first siege up. And the Viking going to be taking down that medevac. Down it goes, and Envy PkM is going to be able to hold off this attack very easily. No medevac to scout the high ground. Only 2 Siege Shanks and 2 Marines remaining. PkM in a very strong position right now. He's got 62 supply and a natural expansion to the basically no expansion of Thaniri. Now a reactor coming up on that starport. He does have plenty of add-ons to his credit, as well as another barracks coming up, but PkM is definitely in a very strong advantage, especially with these additional barracks coming up, being able to grab the gas at his natural expansion a little bit faster, killing off a medevac as well as that Viking at the beginning of the game is a huge hit to Thaniri, especially when he does not have this natural expansion up already. Engineering bay coming up for Thaniri, going to be able to do those upgrades for the late game. Now switching back over, he's also thrown up a supply depot in the backside to make sure he doesn't get anything running through the backside. Stim Marines can easily take out a ton of units very quickly, along with Hellions, especially ones with blue flame. Thaniri taking control of both the Xel'Naga towers. PkM actually not securing those towers, even though he does have the army advantage as of this point. He's also got the combat shield on the way and an engineering bay of his own. +1 ground weapons on the way for Thaniri right now. He looks like he's going to be going straight for that gold base. Great choice by Thaniri. Going to be catching up really quickly with those mules dropping on gold minerals, and each time a mule does return a little patch from a gold patch, he does get 50 minerals at a time, so that's a huge advantage, especially if he's able to sneak by with that. PkM is going to be starting his next command center. Going to be possibly going for a gold base of his own. There's the little silhouette of the gold expansion being taken by Thaniri, trying to get back into this game. He is a little bit behind of his opponent, just 10 supply behind his opponent right now, but in a mirror matchup, every unit counts, especially Envy PkM now 20 supply ahead and grabbing the second gas at his natural expansion. Very nice, slow, methodical taking of the gases. SCVs transferring over to the gold base as well. Getting those SCVs onto a gold base is very, very important. Getting that huge extra mineral income. Looks like there may be a little bit of a push here coming up for Thaniri. Going to be forcing that scouting marine back. And the Sea Shanks now moving back. the combat shield going to be finishing for those Marines. Stim-Pack on the way for PkM. No Stim-Pack ready or on the way for Thaniri, so his is going to be really late. That's going to delay his ability to be able to be aggressive in this matchup, taking the double gas right now at that gold base. We'll probably see him trying to take his natural expansion as a third base, maybe even float his main command center out there to be able to take that base. He is getting very low on those minerals. Same with PkM over here. Looks like he's ready to do a huge push. Look at how many Marines he has and how few Thaniri actually has for himself. Looks like a little bit of an engagement over here from Thaniri, going to be sieging the natural expansion, and the forces from PkM doing a very nice flank there. And the Sea Shanks for Thaniri not being sieged up, and Medevacs trying to come over here and do a little bit of a drop. All the forces for Thaniri do get cleaned up. A little bit of Marine bombing over here on top of those Sea Shanks to force an unsiege. But PkM is looking so strong right now. He even has 2 sensor towers to see everything that's going on. Going to be taking the gold base and throwing up a planetary fortress over there. Third base on the way for Thaniri. Going to be trying to catch up here once again, dropping all the mules and SCVs at the gold base, trying to catch back up. Couple of Vikings headed into the center of the map. Looks like one does fall, not really paying attention to those Vikings there. Thaniri is looking in such a bad position right now. He's forced to retreat from his gold base, pulling back his command center to that third base location. Going to try to continue mining from that, but PkM's forces are just gigantic. Even 2-3 misrallied Marines there. That's not what he needs right now. No Sea Shanks even available for Thaniri right now. Only 2 now joining the field. Looks like this base will fall very quickly. A cancel goes down at the last second as Sea Shanks sieging up for Thaniri, trying to delay this as much as possible, trying to get as many units out into the field. Going to continue pumping those Marines. His macro is falling a little bit behind. Looks like here's the push. SCVs and Marines leading the charge. Sim Marines going to be coming forward, cleaning up all of those SCVs. GG out of Thaniri. PkM takes it for his team, Convergence Gaming. Convergence Gaming taking this match 9, let's see, 11 minus the 3 is 8 to 3. 8 to 3. In favor of Convergence Gaming. If that is wrong, I will correct it in the comments. Math is completely wrong. Oh, actually 8 to 2. I have it all written down here. And this is Aegis. Please check out my channel. Please subscribe if you enjoy it. We'll have more matches coming next week. Convergence Gaming staying as the king of this hill for yet another week. And of course, this is Aegis signing off.